10 ways to start investing. Number one is a 401k, which is really a retirement account that your employers usually offer that the IRS helps as well. And basically the strategy of that is invest only up to the matching, because usually it's between 3-6%. Let's say you give $100 out of your paycheck to your account, your employer will match it up to that 3 or 6% of your annual salary. Okay, that's free money. And then also the IRS will deduct that out of your taxable income until you retire and start pulling money out of that account. And what you're supposed to do with 401k, depending on the options your employers give you during your plan, is you can buy mutual funds or ETFs, which are basically baskets of stocks you invest in, which can be good or bad, but the match is really what the benefit of it is. If you invest $100, you're basically getting a free $100 with it. So that's 100% return, which beats the stock market averages. Number two is a Roth IRA, which is similar to the 401k, which it's a sponsored plan too. And usually it's like either or. It actually, you can only invest like $6,000, depending on if they change laws or not, but it's usually up to $6,000. And unlike the 401k, which you don't get taxed on, the Roth, you get taxed on upfront and any growth, and when you pull it out, it's not taxed because you've already been taxed on it, which makes it very powerful as well, especially if they give you 100% match on that too. It becomes really lucrative, and it has less restrictions as 401k. Like for example, someone who's in their 20s, they have to wait 30 years or 40 years, depending on their age, to start pulling out the money with a 401k. A Roth, after 5 years, you can literally pull out what you initially put into it without trouble. Or there's also, you can invest in your first house without trouble as well. In both strategies, there's little nuances to it, and there could be penalties if you pull the money out sooner, but you have to look at that as well when determining whether or not to use employer's match, which usually is less flexible than using a individual broker's account and start investing directly your way. There are ways to use a Roth to invest in individual stocks, well, depending on the options that you get. Number three, ETFs, exchange traded funds. This is usually a basket of stocks that a individual, an expert, which you don't know why they chose it, but they chose it. That's a basket of stocks, which if you're a very highly educated individual that researches companies, an ETF doesn't really benefit you, because normally there's some not so great stocks with some awesome stocks, which then lowers your returns on it. However, for 90% of individuals, ETFs are the way to go, because you're going to be getting a average return on it, which would be like the Dow Jones Industrial Average or S&P 500. The benefit of them is to being diversified, which means individually buy stocks. You might just like certain sectors. Me, I like technology and finance the most. I've made most gains in those two, but there's other sectors that I haven't gotten as great of gains. So sometimes it would be good idea to use an ETF that allows me to get a return in different sectors. Number four is buying individual stocks, which if you buy too many of them, you're effectively making your own ETF or index of many different companies. But I like that because you have individual control of whether or not a certain company is doing well or not. And that's why I like buying individual stocks, or got the S&P 500, which is the 500 companies in America. And I'll cherry pick, let's say, the top 5 that I like the most, and then forget the rest, because even 500 companies, not all of them grow fast. Number 5 is real estate investment trust, which works almost like a stock where you can buy individual shares of it, and the company is to use that money to invest into the stock market. And the cool thing about them is most of their revenue actually goes into dividends back to the investors, so it can actually make for a good income opportunity. Sometimes though, you want the benefit of income plus compound growth of the company. Some of the REITs, that's the term for it, some of them, they'll give you a huge payout, but then their stock doesn't increase in value. So you're only getting 4% on your money, which then high yield savings account can be even better than that sometimes. So it's a balancing act between those two and determining which one's the better one. 6 and 7, I would actually recommend watching the movie The Big Short to see them in action, shorting or going long companies, stocks, commodities, which is you're betting that company is either going up or down and you're profiting from it. If you are betting on a company going down and it keeps on going up, you can lose a lot of money. Examples of that was the 2008 real estate crash, or more recently GameStop, where they were a hedge fund, a big company was shorting the company. Individual investors kept on buying it. That caused a hedge fund to go bankrupt. So shorting or going long are two different options in the stock market or commodity. Number 8 is cryptocurrency. Popular ones are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Shiba, many different ones. And that is a digital currency, and many of them are backed by nothing. The strategy of Bitcoin could be that you use that as a form of payment for a service for someone else that you're working with across countries, and instead of dealing with foreign exchange rates, buy their currency and then send it to them, dealing with the exchange fees, I'm just going to give you Bitcoin for your work. But the danger of crypto is it's unregulated still. Digital cash, say if you drop a $100 bill on the ground and someone picks it up, there's no way to get your money back. Same thing with digital, but now they can hack you. You don't even know who did it. Cryptocurrency, you can use it almost like Forex, where you buy and sell quickly. It's open 24/7, and you just have to keep an eye on the fees per the exchange that your brokerage account uses for it. You can also stake it, which means, okay, I'm going to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I will just keep it there for, let's say, 3 years, see if it compounds, which means it's going up in value. I'm going to let other people use it, and they pay me interest using my crypto. That's a way of getting money while waiting for it to go up or not. Number 9 is investing in your career, which is investing in yourself, investing in mentorship, courses, crash courses, weekend courses, going to college, going to university, getting certificates. All that could be an investing way, which is you're trying to improve yourself, improve your marketability, your hireability, to then be able to, instead of working for $100,000 a year, you could be working for $1 million a year, or you can start your own business and make billions of dollars potentially investing the return. And then number 10, investing in some sort of way of making money online, whether that's creating a YouTube channel, TikTok channel, some sort of social media presence, being an influencer, that type of thing, or being a freelancer where you're selling your services online, you're getting paid online to do a certain service. Maybe you're good at Excel, maybe you're a good SEO writer, or maybe you're a good spokesperson. Those are other ways that you can make money online. Maybe buying a book to learn how to make money online is your way of investing. If you like these 10 ways to start investing, like the video and follow me for more.